Welcome back to our channel, folks. Today, we have a captivating topic to discuss: tsunamis. In this video, we'll explore what tsunamis are and how they occur, shedding light on the immense power and devastating consequences of these natural disasters. So, what exactly is a tsunami? Well, a tsunami is a series of ocean waves with very long wavelengths and periods that are usually triggered by underwater disturbances. These disturbances can be caused by earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, or even meteorite impacts. But let's focus on the most common cause: earthquakes. Tsunamis occur most frequently in the Pacific Ocean, the so-called Ring of Fire. This region is notorious for its high concentration of earthquakes and volcanic activity. When tectonic plates beneath the ocean floor suddenly shift, it can create a massive displacement of water. This displacement generates a series of powerful waves that radiate outwards from the epicenter of the earthquake. Initially, these waves are not as noticeable in the open ocean because their wavelengths are extremely long, often stretching several hundred kilometers. Now you might be wondering, why do these seemingly harmless waves transform into destructive tsunamis when they reach the coastline? The answer lies in the change of water depth as they approach shallower regions near the shore. As the tsunami waves enter shallower waters, their velocity decreases, while their height increases dramatically. This phenomenon is known as shoaling. The enormous energy contained within these waves gets compressed, leading to a rapid rise in wave height. When a tsunami finally reaches the coast, it behaves differently from normal waves. Instead of breaking like a typical wave, a tsunami can surge inland with incredible force and speed, inundating everything in its path. To understand the sheer power of tsunamis, let's look at some numbers. The average speed of a tsunami in the open ocean can be around 500 to 600 miles per hour, 800 to 970 kilometers per hour, which is roughly the speed of a commercial jet aircraft. That's mind-boggling, isn't it? When we talk about the largest tsunamis, it's impossible not to mention the infamous 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Triggered by a colossal undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3 off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia, it unleashed unimaginable devastation across 14 countries. The sheer scale of this disaster is staggering. The tsunami waves propagated across the Indian Ocean, reaching as far as East Africa, and claimed the lives of approximately 230,000 people. Entire coastal communities were obliterated, leaving a profound impact on the affected regions. Another catastrophic event occurred in 2011 off the coast of Japan. The Great East Japan Earthquake, with a magnitude of 9.0, triggered a massive tsunami that struck the Tohoku region. This event demonstrated the resilience of the Japanese people and their remarkable disaster preparedness. The Tohoku tsunami reached heights of over 40 meters, 131 feet, in some areas, causing widespread destruction and the tragic loss of over 18,000 lives. This event also led to the Fukushima nuclear disaster, highlighting the intricate relationship between tsunamis and infrastructure. While these were two of the most devastating tsunamis in recent history, numerous other regions around the world have also experienced the destructive force of these waves. In 1868, the Arica tsunami struck the coasts of Chile and Peru, resulting in massive destruction and claiming the lives of around 25,000 people. The 1883 eruption of Krakatoa, a volcanic island in Indonesia, triggered a series of tsunamis that caused widespread devastation across the region. Moving closer to the present, in 2018, Indonesia was once again struck by a devastating tsunami, this time hitting the coastal regions of Sulawesi. The tsunami, triggered by an undersea landslide following a powerful earthquake, resulted in the loss of more than 2,000 lives. These are just a few examples, and the history of tsunamis is filled with similar stories of destruction and resilience. It's important to study and learn from these events to improve our understanding of tsunamis and enhance our preparedness for future occurrences. Tsunamis can have devastating impacts on human populations living in coastal regions. The sheer force and speed of the waves can cause extensive destruction of buildings, infrastructure, and entire communities. Tsunamis can result in the loss of thousands of lives, leaving communities mourning the loss of loved ones and struggling to cope with the emotional and psychological aftermath. Survivors often face injuries, trauma, and displacement, which require immediate humanitarian aid and long-term support. Tsunamis not only affect humans, but also have significant consequences for the animal kingdom. Coastal ecosystems, including coral reefs, mangroves, and marine habitats, can be severely impacted by the powerful forces of a tsunami. Marine creatures, such as fish, marine mammals, and sea turtles, can be displaced, injured, or killed by the sudden and violent movement of water. Additionally, coastal bird populations and their nesting sites can be adversely affected, disrupting the delicate balance of these ecosystems. The societal impacts of tsunamis extend beyond immediate physical damage and loss of life. Entire economies can be shattered, particularly in regions heavily reliant on coastal tourism, fishing, and agriculture. Tsunamis disrupt livelihoods, causing job losses and economic instability. Rebuilding and restoring damaged infrastructure takes considerable time, resources, and investment. The road to recovery can be long and challenging, often requiring international assistance and collaboration. Tsunamis disrupt livelihoods, causing job losses and economic instability. Rebuilding and restoring damaged infrastructure takes considerable time, resources, and investment. The road to recovery can be long and challenging, often requiring international assistance and collaboration. When faced with an imminent tsunami, it's important to remember these life-saving tips. 1. Stay informed. Stay tuned to local news, radio broadcasts, or official channels for early warnings, evacuation orders, and updates on the situation. Pay attention to tsunami warning systems in your area. 2. Evacuate immediately. If authorities issue an evacuation order, or you observe any signs of an approaching tsunami, leave the coastal area without delay. Move to higher ground or an elevated location that is outside the predicted inundation zone. 3. Follow designated evacuation routes. Familiarize yourself with the designated evacuation routes in your community. These routes are specifically planned to lead you to safe areas away from the coastline. 4. Don't wait for visual confirmation. Don't wait to see the tsunami wave before taking action. Tsunamis can move much faster than you can run, and waiting to witness the wave can be life-threatening. 5. Leave belongings behind. Your safety is of utmost importance. Do not waste time collecting personal belongings or valuables. Focus on reaching safety as quickly as possible. Once you have reached higher ground or a safe location, here are a few additional steps to keep in mind. 6. Stay informed and listen to authorities. Stay tuned to updates from emergency services and follow instructions given by local authorities. They will provide crucial information regarding the status of the tsunami and when it is safe to return. 7. Be cautious of secondary waves. Tsunamis often come in multiple waves. Stay in your safe location until authorities confirm that the threat has passed. Secondary waves can be just as dangerous as the initial surge. 8. Avoid coastal areas until given the all-clear. Even after the initial tsunami waves have subsided, coastal areas may still be dangerous due to unpredictable currents and debris. Wait for authorities to declare it safe before returning. Lastly, it's important to be prepared ahead of time. Consider taking the following steps to enhance your readiness for a tsunami or any other emergency situation. Create an emergency plan. Discuss and establish an emergency plan with your family or household members. Determine meeting points, communication methods, and responsibilities in case of a disaster. Prepare an emergency kit. Assemble an emergency kit with essential supplies, including non-perishable food, water, medications, a flashlight, batteries, a first aid kit, and important documents. Keep this kit in an easily accessible place. Educate yourself and others. Learn about tsunamis, their warning signs, and the appropriate actions to take. Share this knowledge with your family, friends, and community to ensure everyone is well informed. Remember, surviving a tsunami requires preparedness, quick action, and staying informed. By implementing these strategies and spreading awareness, we can minimize the impact of tsunamis and protect ourselves and our loved ones. If you found this video informative and valuable, please share it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. Stay safe, stay prepared, and take care.